Hello, folks. Professor Renato here from Sampa Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm here to talk a little bit about competition. I know, we live in a very competitive society, and or maybe competitive times that people want to kind of show off their things, and especially with their kids. Of course, as a parent, you want your kids to do their best. That's what we're supposed to want. But many times we find ourselves trying to or wanting our kids to be better than the other kids, which is this is never the correct approach. Okay, according to our philosophy here, of course, kids will, we can do you can do good in so many things, but you can do bad in so many things, and it will be up to them as they choose things in their life what they're going to pursue and do better or not. But it's not up to us to put a pressure to make it harder for them. And of course, with so much mental health nowadays, we know there's awareness. I remember I'm gonna be sincere. I remember when we first started talking about mental health, and I go, come on, this is BS. That's something I first thought, but in reality, let's put in this perspective here now. When we were kids, we were playing around. We went to play outside. Nowadays, the kids don't play outside. So that is the whole point about the computer, and the frustrations, and how they don't have patience because with the computer everything is fast, so forth. But let's put this aside. So they're playing outside. We were playing outside. They are not. So we were playing outside and doing so many things, and our parents weren't around like nowadays. So much helicopter parents, and sometimes I can't say that I'm guilty of this because unfortunately we lost. Let's say the confidence in our neighbors, in anybody else. So it's all of a sudden everyone is a pervert, right? And we need to be watching the kids all the time. It's crazy. I'm gonna give you a good podcast to listen after this. I put a link somewhere here close to this video that talks exactly like this. So we are kind of overseeing the kids in the real world, but also underseeing them in the online world, which is a danger. But anyway, so then what's when we do the next thing we do is they're not playing. Then what we do as a parents, we need these kids to be active. So we put them in organized sports because it's the only thing available. Okay, and we put them now. It's season for soccer, so we're gonna put them in season for soccer, and then that is, let me open a parenthesis in there. So, I understand that many people are doing their best, but sometimes the best is not enough. So those leagues, they invite the parents. Parents, can someone come here and teach our kids and volunteer for this? And to me, this is totally wrong. In order to teach a child, you need to go to school. You need to get serious training and practice. Someone on top of you teaching development. Not. I think the impact a coach can bring to the child, it's for a lifetime. So the impact could be good, it could be bad. Okay. Um, and that's the main point. I think this story totally wrong, and sometimes there's a father there, but then he pays more attention to the good kids, or maybe to his own son or daughter. It's there are exceptions, of course. There are people who understand, but unfortunately, the majority is this way. And then is us, okay, there cheering for the kids in a game and screaming, go, 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 and putting more pressure on the kids while they're supposed to be just playing, just have a good time. I've been very advocate of this. Kids from 6 to 9 years old, they should be learning basic general motor skills: jumping, running, climbing, pulling, pushing, rolling, some tumbling, break falls. With this, kicking, right? So it doesn't make sense. I think it's a I'm gonna use this word, maybe not the best word to say, but it's a little bit cowardice to put our kids into a game, or some sort of competition with a referee there. While when we were kids, it didn't have such a thing. There was not an approval of an adult there constantly. So I think that's something very important for us to think about, what we are doing to our kids, and this this mental health. Little pause in there. So with all that said, I know that sometimes there's some there are some parents that kind of recruit, hey, let's bring your kid to the competition. Hey, let's do this or that. Or some parents just out of the blue, by themselves, they go online and they chase competitions in jiu-jitsu because maybe they saw a son of someone who is competing, and now I think my kid needs to do the same. They do not. Let's put this way. Again, 6 to 9 years old, 6 to 9 years old, and I'm sorry if I'm saying 6 to 7, 6 to 9 years old, the kid's supposed to be just thinking about acquiring motor skills, coordination, balance, strength. Then we should think about eventually starts the competition. 9 to 12, little start in competition. Okay, so I'm totally opposed to just put the kids to compete every weekend. Every weekend is a competition. Okay, we practice a little bit because we practice because we have to compete. That's wrong. That's wrong, and it's going to be wrong for you when you grow up, or for them when they grow up. It's wrong for you if you, as a parent, and need to get in shape and need to compete to get train to compete. You train because you understand this is a good thing for you. If you want to compete to acquire more knowledge or to challenge yourself or to test, then it's a different story. But make sure you're prepared. For the kids, the same thing. The kids cannot kick if they can't run, if they have zero coordination, they have no balance, they should not be competing. Oh, they will learn. No, it's not. Some people say we can throw the kids on the water and let them figure out how to swim. Well, that's true. A few exception may learn how to swim, but most will drown. So that's what we should not be doing with our kids. Okay, this here it's my or our right Sampa philosophy and 2 cents. So you know at least where you are. So if your parents are recruiting you to go to a competition, don't just sign up. Don't get excited and sign up for competition because it can be a very frustrated experience. Talk to us. But the first question is check. Is my kid one of the fastest here? Is my kid maybe the slowest here? Why I want to put him in a competition? Because in a competition, of course, there will be some kids there that don't know anything, but the majority is there like practicing. Uh, and then we're gonna talk about the 3% later in another video. Okay, basically in a nutshell, every school, 3% of the people, right? Just a random number, and I like to play this. Most of the statistics are made on the spot, but if there's a small percentage of every kids, let's say 3%, or kids or adults, they compete. So they have this gym here, 3%, all the gym, 3%, all the gym, 3%. From that 3%, they go to the competition. From that 3%ers, 50 lose in the first round. 50. All right. So, but and then 3% will keep winning, keep winning, keep winning. And then as they continue, others will quitting for different reasons, for many reasons. These 3% as they need to get together, which is called, that's the next video, the regional training center, which is very popular in judo. The 3%ers of each gym, and if they wish to pursue the sport as a career, they will get there and train. Okay, but this is 15 plus years old. We don't need to rush our 6 year old. We don't need to ruin it. Okay, so please, as a parent, don't ruin their experience, don't ruin their journey, because remember, as we were kids, we didn't have anyone screaming if the ball was out or not, or right, so we were figuring out ourselves. All right, think about that. Thank you so much.